Okay, let's check this out. Ooh, nice intro.
So in my opinion, libertarianism is really idiotic. It's based on a lot of really foolish beliefs. Number one, that the market somehow has magical self-regulating properties. That the market...
They're not magical self-regulating properties. It's called economics. Economics is a study of trade, goods and services going here, there, to these people, from these people. It's not magic.
market can regulate itself without help from the government.
It can.
And I've asked them why they think this, and this is what they tell me. They say that if a corporation acts poorly, that the people will find out about it, and the people will not buy their products, and therefore corporations won't act badly, and the market will regulate itself.
It
This
does.
all sounds good, I guess, if you're a 12-year-old and you've not observed the world as we live in at all.
A 12-year-old understanding economics is infinitely better than an adult that's you not understanding economics. Nice ageist/ad hominem insult, by the way.
But in the real world we live in, that's simply not possible. People are stupid. People are dumb, ignorant, lazy-minded monkeys. They go to work 8, 9, 10 hours a day. They come home, do their chores, go do their dry cleaning, wash their clothes, clean their houses, wash their cars. They just want to watch a little TV, play a little video games, meet a girl, have some sex. They don't have time to sit around and research every product they buy before they buy it. Nobody does this.
Nobody does this? Nobody? What about this site? Yelp. Great for reviewing things. There's always Google review stuff like, if you want to go to, like, PlayStation 4. There are reviews in that. Or shopping, can't really confirm what you mean, Dusty, considering there are reviews, as you can see from the star review and star system, rating system, and product reviews. So yeah, you're not exactly saying anything true.
And that's evident if you just look at companies like BP. How much oil did BP dump into our oceans?
Okay. More than 200 million gallons of crude oil. Yeah.
And they have the highest profit margins they've ever had.
Let's see, this is made in 2012. BP oil spill. 2010. Okay, economy. The spill had a strong economic impact to BP. Also, the Coast economy sectors are offshore drilling, fishing. Estimates have lost tourism dollars, project the Gulf Coast Company up to $22.7 billion. 2013, 30 million. Oh, look at this. In July 2015, BP agreed to pay 18.7 billion in fines, the largest corporate settlement in United States history. Okay, let's see. BP profit margins, oil spill. BP BP profits slump after huge oil spill charge. Okay, BP's second quarter profits slumped by nearly 2% last year. Oil price ran Libya at 10.8 billion charge for 2010. Oil charge. That was main plans to blow 20 billion from 22 billion. Reaching an 18 billion agreement with the US government. The 10 billion hit. Oh my god, Dusty, really? Highest profit margins. Highest profit margins. No.
The market does not regulate itself. It cannot regulate itself, and the thought that it can is totally idiotic.
Oh my god, okay, let's see. Market regulating. So, how markets regulate themselves better than bureaucrats. Considering the taxi cabs and many states taxis regulate public service commission instead of allowing the popular services Uber and Lyft to operate, and thereby giving the public benefit of any competition. Some public service commissions have imposed restrictions on new organizations to protect established taxi business competition. Joint announced in Texas force Uber released a green employee around here. Okay. Okay, let's see. Uber sets standards for various aspects of ride-hailing business, such as kinds and conditions. Cars must be used. Insurance covered drivers must have driver backgrounds and legal records. And minimum average customer ratings that drivers must maintain. Uber's customers counting status of data are not satisfied. Customers can easily report the driver through the app. Uber, every customer is an inspector. A company that wants to enter ride-hailing entry can be able to must need it or exceed standards that customers value, such as quality and safety standards established and enforced by Uber's rating system. Yeah, Dusty, the market doesn't regulate itself.
The truth is, if you're paying attention at all, people are
You weren't.
terrible. They're terrible, selfish assholes who would do whatever they can to get over their fellow man, just even a little bit. And that's why we have to have an organization that protects the people against each other and against corporations.
Whoa. Dusty, really? So, you say people are terrible, selfish assholes, yet you want a government which would be run by said people? Is that what you're saying? Because that's what you're leading up to. If people are so bad, why have them run a government? I mean, it makes no sense. And how can a government protect people from each other if it itself is an aggressor? Makes no sense.
Against unbridled capitalism.
Unbridled what the fuck? Capitalism is just buying and selling as you please. It's buying and selling as you please. It's voluntary trade. Why the fuck does that need to be bridled? Like, why is it unbridled capitalism? I mean, why? It doesn't need to be restricted at all. Come on.
Because when you have unbridled capitalism,
Yeah, unbridled capitalism.
everything is broken down into a dollar sign.
Yeah, it's called profit. People need to make money. People need to eat. People need to buy goods and services. Nothing wrong with that.
Means every one of your lives is broken down to a dollar sign. And there are people that will break your entire life down into a dollar sign in a heartbeat and not think anything of it if you let them.
That's exactly what government does, Dusty. It treats people not as people, but as taxpayers. I'm dead serious. You're just a number to the government, right? You're not fucking, cared for by the government. You're just viewed as another number, another taxpayer to exploit, extort, rob, what have you. And you act like regular businesses do that. That's stupid.
That's why you have to heavily regulate these corporations to make sure they're not feeding on our society.
Well, guess what, Dusty? Corporations kind of, engage in this thing called corporatism, which is where they get in bed with the government. They collude with the government. They get the government to do things for them, and at the expense of the people. Yeah, that's basically what the regulations you ask for do. Let's type it up, corporatism. Corporatism, the control of a state or organization by large interest groups. Okay, let's look at examples of corporatism. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Last, the state that Americans are deeply disillusioned with political masters, whatever party, sure to understand in 2013. It's 19% of American transparent. No, it's right already. Okay, no way. How about this? Companies that engage in corporatism. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I'm having trouble typing. Keyboard's behind the microphone. Microphone has to be close to me. Kind of hard to type around. Okay, let's check this out. Crosswise capital is not working as well. Jobs plentiful, growth sluggish, and costs too high. The older governments are active reforms deal with the politics. Many places are unstable. Udin is going to arrest a growing number of people who can answer the big business. Convictions fits so even America's finest group this week honoring to Chester Walmart's report overturned 3 decades of orthodoxy. The pledge of firm's purpose was no longer to serve their owners alone, but customers, staff, suppliers, and communities too. Fuck, I can't read that. Makes me pay. Don't. Damn it. I know there are examples, but as corporates to create pathways for General Electric, Goldman Sachs, and have incredible access to White House Congress, not to mention access to bailout money. That's corporatism, Dusty. You have to pay your tax dollars for these A-wipes to stay afloat or to have greed, whatever. And you know these companies, all of them which I use in some way, unfortunately, provide data to the NSA. So yeah, great job, Dusty. On we need government to protect us.
People are always complaining that corporations have bought our government.
I just show you they did. Look, I can even show you corporations. I can even show you even more corp. Damn it. Hold on. Let me show you. Okay, let's see. Companies that are donate millions to political causes, they have here tend to give the most. Las Vegas stands. New England Corporation. RRC. Partners. Industries. What's the group? Okay, I don't really know any of these companies, but whatever. Open Secrets. No, we want. What's a good place? Okay. Alright, yeah, that's a pretty good example. Corporations don't give a shit. Top 10 companies lobbying Washington. General Electric, see, that's the corporations by our government. You're not helping.
The reason they're allowed to do that is not because of too much regulation, it's because of too little regulation. There should be so much regulation against corporations lobbying our government that there's no way they could do it. There should be.
What are you talking about? Regulatory capture is what corporations want. They want regulation on top of regulation on top of regulation. Okay, we see a Wikipedia article. Oh, look, District of Columbia Tax Decap Commissions for being beholden to taxi companies, drivers, running, ensuring the district is taxed at safe tax cap insurance, working weapon control, or state-run monopoly. Yeah, that's the. Shit, sorry, my T key is. Big corporations, big government go hand in hand. Okay, let's see. Most corporate warfare. You see, this corporations don't want you to be able to compete with them. Okay? No competition equals elitism. They're hostile to free enterprise. Oh my god.
Government-run watchdogs who keep a constant eye on every corporation to make sure they can't get their dirty money anywhere near our politicians.
But they do,
We
I
need
just showed you.
more regulations, not less. Less regulations is unfair capitalism. It always leads to corporatism. I mean,
how can capitalism lead to corporatism? Capitalism's buying someone as you please. Corporatism, government elitism, what have you, is government being involved to take elitist people's rich ass money and have the government benefit them at other people's expense. They're not making any sense.
how could it not? If there's no regulations to stop these people with all this money from buying the government, then that's exactly what they're going to do, obviously.
They buy the government with regulation.
You have to have regulations to stop them from doing that.
They do it anyway, and they don't. Oh my god, I'm having to repeat myself.
And it's the government that has to implement these regulations.
No, it's not. Government should back the fuck off. It doesn't. You don't need government for regulation. I just showed you that business can regulate themselves. You got no argument.
They're the only organization capable of doing this.
No,
Corporations would do whatever it takes to make money. So let's say
well, duh. It's kind of a business, Dusty.
a company does something that harms our environment, that kills a bunch of people. Well, if they can pay those people off cheaper than they can fix the problem, then that's exactly what they'll do.
Exactly. If they can pay those people off cheaper than they can solve the problem. Government is great for giving you a slap on the wrist for fines. It's the government that's making the problem by giving people a slap on the wrist. In an anarcho-capitalist society, you wouldn't give people slaps on wrists.
Your life is a dollar sign to them. This is exactly what unfettered capitalism is.
Oh my god, here we go with the unbridled capitalism, unfettered capitalism talk again.
This is why we need regulation.
Regulation. No, Dusty, please stop.
Libertarians don't want the government involved in anything.
Well, yeah, of course not. The government's a violent monopoly on force. It needs to back the fuck off. For good. And not exist anymore. That's perfectly reasonable.
Somehow they've convinced themselves that the government is evil, but government is not evil.
Fuck yeah, it is. Government throws you in jail for not going to school, smoking a plant, owning an assault weapon, engaging in prostitution, even voluntary between consulting adults, protesting. Government doesn't like it when you speak against it. It doesn't like you keeping your own money. It doesn't like you keeping your own land. It doesn't like you doing anything but what it wants. So yes, government is evil.
Okay, just because our government is broken does not mean government is not useful.
It's not useful, okay? Stealing people's money at gunpoint via taxation is hardly useful.
The reason that every country in the entire world has a government. A government is very necessary.
No, it's not. That's just appeal to the bandwagon. It's like, everybody's doing it, we gotta do it too. I mean, what the fuck, Dusty? Every country in the world has a government because of ignorance, because people have been duped into thinking, we need to be a country, we need to be a violent territory, we need to have violent monopoly and force in order to run society. It's not something you want to join, it's something you don't want to join. It's something you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have governments, you shouldn't have countries, you shouldn't have violent monopolies and force.
And you can ask them directly, what happens to people that don't have enough money? What happens to people who weren't lucky enough to be rich? What happens to the poor who can't afford their life-saving medical procedures and can't find charity to pay for it? What happens to those people? And the libertarian response, literally, is fuck them.
No, Dusty. That's, oh my god. The libertarian response isn't fuck poor people. It's to have private charities help them out. You know, private individuals, voluntary donations, even businesses can donate to the poor voluntarily out of their own pocket instead of stealing out of other people's pockets via taxation and paying for a failing welfare state. Oh, but you don't care. You just go. Oh, we need more government. You know, I mean, really, you're stupid.
Oh well, they're just unlucky. That's evolution, survival of the fittest. Fuck.
We're not social Darwinists.
Fuck them. They're just gonna suffer and die. And to me, that's an indefensible position. Fuck that.
Well, it doesn't matter that it's an indefensible position because it's not even the real position. It's a straw man.
Plenty of money to go around, man. This concept of money is an invented concept anyway. We just fucking invent it. They just print the goddamn dollar bills. There's plenty.
Yeah, printing the goddamn dollar bills leads to inflation. The US dollar has went down over 92% in value today from its inception. Does that not matter to you? US dollar has lost most of its value. Let's look that up. Oh, look, the dollar's lost over 96% of its value. I said 92%. Well, okay, well, I'm not wrong. I mean, 96% is over 92%. I mean, look at this. Okay, 1913, power use others in 1913. Way up here, and now way down there. Yeah. But Dusty thinks inflation is okay, you know. It's like, oh, just print the goddamn dollar bills. There's plenty going fucking around. There's billions, you know.
To go around. There are people with fucking billions of dollars in their bank. Billions! Even if you took 98% of their money, they would still have so much money they couldn't spend it 10 lifetimes.
That doesn't give you the right to their money, Dusty. You don't have a right to people's money because they're rich. Okay, that's their money, they earned it. Leave them alone.
There's plenty of fucking money to go around for everybody, so
yeah, well, socialism and communism isn't exactly good things, so I'll pass.
People that think that the greater good is really done by having no taxes taken from these rich people, letting them suck as much money out of the system, completely unregulated as they possibly can, and
they do that with regulation, which is paid for with taxes, Dusty. Oh my god.
Fuck anybody else who falls victim to this scam. I think that is an awful dogma, and I have absolutely no problem standing up to you libertarians and telling you that.
Okay. How about this? Fuck anyone, that includes you, Dusty, that falls for the scam of government. That, an organization that's killed, a type of organization that's killed over, 200 million people in acts of genocide/democide in the last century alone, is to be trusted. Yeah, well, fuck those people, Dusty. Right back at you for, acting like people who want freedom are assholes and that people that want tyranny are saints. I mean, seriously, Dusty, fuck you for that.
These libertarians, literally, they want to get rid of public education. They think
public education indoctrinates. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with getting rid of that? We have private schools. We have homeschooling. We have magnet schools and charter schools. Why don't we just leave with that? I mean, come on. Look, public school isn't even there for people's benefits. It's just to indoctrinate. It's not about people learning. It's about people being indoctrinated. It's about people going to states. You got no argument that we need public education. History of public school indoctrination. There's a book on it if you want to read more. Public monies. And no time for individual education. Even if kids have the same age in class, doesn't matter one person believes must not be carried unless the school system deems it important. Oh my god. Dusty, help me out here.
everything should be privatized, even schools.
Yeah, it should.
They literally want to take the education of our children and turn it into a contest to see who can make the most money off of it.
Competition leads to better stuff, Dusty. Encourages everyone to do their best and at least try their best. So that even if not everyone comes up on top, they did better than if they just didn't try, than if they just didn't have competition. And yet, you don't want to bother to see this. You just go, oh, competition, capitalism, bad. I mean, come on.
That's the most fucked up thing I can imagine. The education of our children should not have anything to do with profit margins.
You know what's fucked up is you thinking people should submit to a system that indoctrinates people. That's been around since, what did it say again? Next 65 years, 1852, Compulsory Education Act. Yeah, you want that for people. Look, Dusty, I don't know if you've been bullied in school, but I was. I was bullied in school. It sucked ass. And I hardly stood up for myself, and when I did, it didn't even work that well. I mean, one kid squirted glue on my back, some kids would grab me by the bare arm, by the bare hands. I hate being touched. Some people would push me, some people would fucking mess with my head. It was not good. Public school's not good. It doesn't even protect the kids. It indoctrinates, and it doesn't even protect the kids, and you still want it. Go figure.
It shouldn't fucking be about that. It shouldn't be profitized.
Yeah, well, like I said, people need to eat, and profit is a great way of eating. By getting money so you can buy food, so you can buy stuff you need and want. Profit isn't evil, okay? It's just voluntary trade. Yeah, so evil.
And if you actually look into the core Libertarian Party beliefs, they only want education for those who can afford it.
Okay, let me explain something. I'm an anarcho-capitalist, /agorist, /voluntarist, /Ancap, /whatever. I don't think there should be a government. I don't think there should even be the Libertarian Party. I used to think there should be the Libertarian Party, but that was back when I was a Libertarian minarchist. Now, I'm a Libertarian anarchist. So I don't think even the Libertarian Party is legitimate. And no, they don't want education just for people who can afford it. you're free to donate to people. They're not just saying, oh, you can't afford it, too bad. No, they want people to be able to get the funds for their education their way, whether someone helps you out or you help yourself out, or both. Dusty, look this stuff up. I mean, come on.
They claim they're going to give tax breaks to certain families to help them pay for school, but many poor families don't pay enough in taxes where these tax breaks would make any difference to them.
Okay, that's basically a form of subsidization, which anarchists such as me are against. We're against subsidization. We aren't just, pull the tax dollars this way to spend on these companies to have them help the economy out. Yeah, no. I want every financial transaction to be voluntary. Taxes aren't voluntary. Taxes pay for subsidies. Subsidies aren't voluntary. So, no, we don't want this voucher subsidized type system.
So they would not be able to afford this education without government subsidization, which libertarians are completely against.
Yes, we're against it, so why did you say... Oh my god, you're getting subsidization mixed up with something else. This thing you said wasn't subsidization, was subsidization. That's what subsidization is. And that thing you think is subsidization isn't.
So basically, if you're really poor and your parents can't afford to send you one of these private schools, fuck you. You don't deserve it, according to libertarians.
Strawman.
If your parents aren't rich enough, aren't lucky enough to make money, then you're worthless. You do not deserve to have your education paid for by any other system.
Private charities, Dusty. I'm getting really tired of explaining this to you.
Every successful person, everybody that made money because the system was created that allowed them to make money. And
Whoa. Government allows you to make money. The system that takes away money by gunpoint allows you to make money. Really, Dusty? Oh my god. I'm repeating myself. You're repeating yourself. Just learn. Just learn stuff.
the entire system formed by taxpayers, the people that came before them, was built up to allow them to make the money that they can make.
How does a government have you make money? All you need to make money is voluntary trade. I have something you want, you have something I want, let's trade. That's it. I use my resources my way, you use your resources your way. And if everyone does this and trades for resources, that makes up a whole economy, a successful economy. It's not about a tax system or a government or, violent force. It's not about that, but for some reason, you think it is.
But now they don't want to pay taxes anymore. We got ours. Fuck you. Look.
We got ours. Fuck you. Okay, I can't really do a good imitation/mockery of him, but really, seriously, that was just cringy.
Folks, you have to pay back into the system that benefited you.
It didn't benefit me to have my money taken away and spent on shit like war on drugs, gun control, prostitution prohibition, any kind of prohibition really, cops that beat and even kill people or even rape people. That hasn't benefited me, Dusty. That hasn't benefited anyone at all but the elite. And you should be ashamed of yourself for supporting such a system that enables that. That you support government which enables that.
If you don't pay back into that system, you fuck it up for everybody else who comes after you.
On the contrary, if you pay back to that system, you keep fucking up for people. You keep fucking up the economy for people. If you keep paying taxes, unfortunately, I'm forced to pay taxes. And it's not something I think anarchists can just break away from cold turkey. I think the government needs to be phased out, not knocked off its block out, phased out. So yeah, I do pay taxes, but unfortunately, fortunately, unlike you, I don't embrace taxation. I'm forced to pay it. Taxation is robbery, after all. But I don't embrace it. I hate taxation. I hate looking at my paycheck and saying, oh, this is how much is taken away by taxes. This is how much is stolen from me by the government. I hate that. I'd rather just see the gross pay is net pay. That's it. What I get paid in gross amount is what I get paid in net amount. That's all I want to see. But you don't give a fuck about that. You're just like, oh, government's here to help me with the money and taking away from money from people, and it does a better job than just people voluntarily choosing what they want to spend their money on. you know, you think that works better, yet it doesn't. Oh my god, that's crazy. You're gonna give me a heart attack.
It actually benefits you to pay back into the system because it makes the system better for everybody. And when things are better for everybody, it's better for you too. It makes the
Taxes have been getting higher. Government's been getting worse. Economy's been getting worse. So there goes that notion of yours.
entire system as a whole better. A rising tide lifts all sails.
Well, government shits on everything.
So to be honest with you, I find libertarianism to be the most cuntish selfishness you could ever imagine.
Actually, on the contrary, I find government to be the most cuntish selfishness you can ever imagine. But you support that, so...
We should be taking care of each other.
Yeah, we should be taking care of each other, but government isn't the way to do it.
We should be looking out for each other. We should be providing our citizens with free healthcare and free education. We should have
Oh my god. This shit again. Free healthcare, free education.
a safety net for the poorest among us. Yes, the government's fucked up. Yes, I'm aware of this. It's incredibly fucked up, but just
you're aware of it only to a degree. You're not aware of it in totality. You're not aware of it in principle. You think, oh, we just shouldn't have this government. We should have this government instead. When that government instead is a load of bullshit too. It doesn't matter what government you have, Dusty. It's gonna be shit. Because government is shit. Because government's inherently wrong by being a monopoly on force. That's what government does to you, is it violates you in order to run. The only way for government to function is with taxes, and taxation is theft. Therefore, the only way for government to function is with theft, and theft isn't right, so why should we even have this system? It makes no sense. And you don't want to learn, you just want to spew, your strawman bullshit. And, act like you're educating the people when you're de-educating the people. You're misinforming the people. This is misinformation. This isn't information. This is misinformation. Oh my god. Well, maybe we can all look up the free college thing just for kicks. I mean, well, purpose. Free college, doesn't... Oh, fuck me, man. Free college doesn't work. The problem is college isn't free. New York Times. NPR. Okay. Whoa, there's some thick legs. College used to be cheaper, but now it's more expensive. Yeah, here's Socialist Doc Brown again. We need to make college free. Yeah, there's him again. Well, actually, that's pretty recent. Yeah. Okay. Crowd out faster, cheaper options by making traditional career politics free. It complicates students' ability to make the right choices for themselves. For approving traditional higher education over new private options that are designed to be faster, cheaper, for unsubsidized rural and optimized programs that do it on concourse college. Sports up for college for students. Oh my god. College is never built to help students succeed, and whopping 4% fail to graduate for you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I guess if you want, we can look up free healthcare not working. Free healthcare doesn't work. opinion contributor. Socialist Doc Brown again. We need free healthcare, you know. Everyone needs a doctor. Yeah. Yeah. Forbes.com. Doomed to fail.
Because it's incredibly fucked up does not mean it's unnecessary. Just because it's incredibly
If it's incredibly fucked up, then it isn't necessary. Fucked up, not working, bad. Necessary, functioning. You know, needed.
fucked up doesn't mean we can't fix it. In my opinion, the government's job should
No, you can't fix government. It's just inherently bad.
be to maximize the happiness of its citizens, whatever it has to do that, to make sure that.
Wait, isn't people's happiness? Isn't people's happiness at their discretion to take care of? Well, why should the government make people happy? Like, how would it even do that? You know, one size doesn't fit all. You want the government to make people happy? That's not gonna work.
The people that live in that country are as happy as they could possibly be. And if that
You can make people happy as possibly be by leaving them alone. What a concept.
means taking a few more percentage from really, really rich people to make sure we pay for education and healthcare for all our citizens, that's obviously the greater good. The rich people will still be incredibly rich. Their lives will not be harmed at all, not even in the slightest. And those of you who do not believe the greater good is done by doing this, I disagree with you. I think both you conservatives and you libertarians are cut from the same cloth.
We're not cut from the same cloth. True libertarians and libertarian anarchists, or logically consistent, aren't anything like Republicans. Or at least not much, if anything. Republicans want forced pro-life policies, we don't. They want be the world's policemen, we don't. They want they don't like gay marriage all that much, or you know, they support the war on drugs. Libertarians don't. Even libertarian parties, libertarian anarchists who are logically consistent want that. Don't want that shit. Oh my god, Dusty, please learn.
I think you're on the wrong side of history. I think your policies are idiotic, and
Wow. Look at all these projecting people.
no problem standing up, looking you guys right in the idea, and telling you why. Logic.
Aww, that's so cute. That's so cute. Logic. Fuck Ron Paul. Yeah. No. My God. Let's just end this. This, you know, Call of Dusty wants to just make us strawmans and you know, be a, you know, whiny self-entitled government bitch, and you know, let's just end this. Yeah, let's just end this.